We are here in my exciting kitchen, putting my stuff away from over the weekend, and I wanted to show you all something that has come in really handy, and I got it out of a couple of YouTube videos. The nice thing about bike packing is that a lot of the stuff that's used in bike packing also double for backpacking. So this little creature is pretty inexpensive to use, and it comes in amazingly handy. I actually saw this on a couple of backpacking videos, and it works great for bikepacking and backpacking. This little guy is called a Stanley Camp Cook set. It's just a little pot with a little lid, little handle. It's made by the Stanley Company. Anybody that's been into thermoses has heard of Stanley before. It's nice, and it's stainless steel, and it's super light. Got this little wire handle on it to hold it. It will sit perfectly on the top of a pack stove, one of the little stoves that screws onto one of these cylinders. I should have left it out so you could see how it sat on it, but it sits on the three little ears, and it sits perfectly. It takes a little balancing act because of the way the ears are shaped, but it'll sit there really good. This thing holds about 20 ounces of water, and it's perfect. If you get the little coffee packets that are already, the grounds are already in the little bag that's steep, heat up your water, drop it in there. It works great. The handle doesn't get hot as long as the wind's not blowing your stove up on the handle. It'll also sit really good on a campfire. I've seen these used on campfires. The only downside if you're going to use it on a campfire is if you look at this, the top tab is plastic that holds the lid on. So if you're going to use it on a campfire, you may want to get a little piece of mechanics wire, make a little loop, and then you can pick it up, set it down. What makes this thing cool is it's really super light. I wish I could explain to you how light it is, but a couple ounces maybe, but it's super light. Now, this thing comes with two of these little green cups. There's two of them that stack on top of each other. Now, because I primarily travel by myself, I take this, put this cup, they nest inside of there. Now, if you can't really see it because of the light, but just to see where I've got my hand down in here, it leaves quite a bit of space in here. Now, my backpacking stove, both my MSR and my lithic, are only this big, and they come in a little bag, and I drop that little bag in here. I have a little washcloth or a dish towel that I drop in first, drop the bag in there. I'll throw a couple of coffee packets in there. The lid fits on it. Now, check this out. Now see, it's pretty portable. Now, you can get a little squeeze bottle with a little bit of dish soap. It'll also fit in there with all that stuff. So you can give it a good wipe out, a little bit of hot water. That way, if you're out backpacking and you're using it for dehydrated meals, because I've also eaten dehydrated meals out of it. Works great for dehydrated meals, for heating the water up. I haven't used it for a lot of other things because, again, I try to pack light, but it works great. Now, here's a cool little idea to do with this thing, because if you put this in your pannier or in your frame bag, it's going to rattle around even with the washcloth in it. So what you can do is, anybody that's been into backpacking knows about backpacks that have MOLLE straps. The military uses MOLLE, and so does like some of the SWAT teams and stuff like that. The MOLLE packs have little straps on the outside of them. They're made of nylon. These actually snap in there. What you can do is you go onto Amazon, get one of these nice little MOLLE bags, They're less than 15 bucks. As you can see, there's a little zipper on the top. This Cook cup, I found it on sale for 10 bucks. This Cook cup will sit inside this nice little bag. Now make sure you get a bag that's the size of an Nalgene. Oh, there's the stove I was looking for. There's my backpacking stove. I have a lithic and an MSR that are the same size. So we'll open this back up since I found it, and we'll drop it in there. And a full Nalgene will fit in here. But what's cool is if you take the cup, slide it in the bag. Now, the cylinder for the stove, these are MSR cylinders. The Coleman won't fit in this bag, but the MSR will. I don't know if the Colemans are a little bigger around, but this is an MSR, and it will fit right inside this bag. Zip it shut. You now have a mess kit. You have your stove, your fuel, and you can put your spoons on the outside. I also have a morsel fork for getting in the dehydrated food bags. That can also go on the outside. There's other things you can put on the outside, but it's not rolling around in your panniers. Of course, it's rattling a little bit because I don't have the washcloth and the dish soap and stuff in it, but super cool idea. It's all you need for backpacking, bike packing, wherever you're going. Super easy, super light. If you're taking a 2-day backpack trip, this you can throw inside your bag, your backpack, and now it's not rattling around. You can throw it in your bike, you can throw it in the panniers, you can throw it in the frame bag. Everything's not rolling around, rattling around, and when you're ready for it, you can pull it all out together. Heat up your water for coffee, heat up your water for dehydrated meals, whatever you're doing with it. It's handy, cheap, and it's ready to go, and it's lightweight. So just an idea. Hope this helps you out. Thanks.